All right. Got allergic reaction going on. I'm going to do a little critique on Tubio. Yeah. This is fair use, Alex. And fixing to show you for what you truly are. I'm sick of this. I'm tired of the fact that you're so silent. You know, crickets mean one thing. That means that you know that I know what I'm talking about and you're in the wrong. This is personal. It is not the Tubio lift. The seated occipital lift came from Dr. Craton, Dr. Earl Franklin Craton. He's the one that perfected it. And as far as B.J. Palmer is concerned, he was the one that talked about the atlas. B.J. Palmer didn't invent that, neither did D.D. Palmer. In fact, just so you know, my grandfather, who was born in 1902 and went to Palmer School of Chiropractic in 1925 is when he graduated. He knew B.J. Palmer personally. And B.J. Palmer, what he said about my grandfather was that he was a good atlas suggester. So you cannot, at this point in time, make the false claim that, oh, well, we don't know where it came from, and maybe B.J. Palmer did it. No, there's a historical account, and the one that did it is Earl Craton. So you are plagiarizing something you know nothing about. You're still doing it wrong because you do not go both ways. You don't. And I see you do it all the time. And if you're going both ways, that means one thing. You don't know what you're doing. So I have a little thing here I want to show the world. It's telling, quite frankly. Let's see if we can flip this. Okay, here we go.
So a funny thought just came in when you did the Tubio lift up.
Sure.
So, I mean, I haven't seen it in a while, but once in a while I get in a comment, like maybe not for a year now, but someone will go, "You just stole Dr. Tubio's lift." and I love and respect you so much, and I don't know how to answer that. Like, do I just delete it or ignore it or block? So there's been times where I answer it and I say, you know, nobody really invented that. Maybe B.J. Palmer did 100 years ago.
How do we know who did
but
it?
we don't know. But I said,
I've been talking to you for a while.
Seated, occiput lifts in life too much.
No.
They barely showed it, maybe. And so if you really wanted to learn it, you really had to get better at it.
Okay, what did he say? Something about, and I'll rewind it. Didn't do the seated occipital lift much in college, although I did find a video that an older guy was showing the seated occipital lift. Nobody seems to know anything about it. If you do it right, it's extremely effective because it gets the head in place on top. They're still talking about the atlas. They don't even know which bone it is in the joint, the atlanto-occipital joint, that's out of place. This profession is so flawed and so far out that I'm feeling sorry for the population that falls for this crap because they're charlatans, every single one of them. And this guy here, Tubio, he's the worst, except for Johnson, of course. Johnson and this asshole right here, they are the worst because they can't talk to me. They can't, acknowledge me. And I've been hollering at them for a couple of years now, and they know. In fact, if you watch his response and you look at his body language, you can see that you're on thin ice at this point in time. He's an asshole, if you ask me. I'm going to back up a little bit and let you hear it for yourself.
There's been times where I answered and I say, you know, nobody really invented that. Maybe B.J. Palmer did 100 years ago.
How do we know who did
but
it?
we don't know. But I said, I didn't really do seated occiput lifts in life too much.
No.
They barely showed it, maybe. And so if you really wanted to learn it, you really had to get better at it after you graduated.
Exactly.
And I said the same way Dr. Cipriano put the Y strap to the whole world, Dr. Tubio.
So if you wanted to get better at it, you had to do it after graduation. Yeah, you're licensed. You got your credentials to go out there and collect Medicare and get paid to do what? Something you know very little, if anything, about. Oh, and now you got to experiment. All you've got to do, and let me flip it. All they've got to do it responsibly is come to see me. That's all they have to do because I have a record. At this point in time, there is quite the historical record, both online and through the court system, that shows and proves that it's not chiropractic, it's nerve signal interference removal. And Dr. Craton, my grandfather, is the one that figured it out, taught me, And I am the expert in the world on the atlanto-occipital joint. They've still got the anatomy textbooks wrong. Not one of them are talking about the true design. I'll give you links in the video so you can read it for yourself. Give you the links into the article from Harper County that talks about, that was in, 2011, I think it was, 2010. Let me go look at it real quick. I'll show you the article. The article is right here. June 13, 2011. And I will send you a link into this article. Here is the man who actually figured it out, perfected it. And B.J. Palmer said he was a good atlas adjuster. Well, Grandpa realized that it wasn't the atlas that was out of place. It was the head. Here is the award that he won. Exclusive recognition of exemplary service to the chiropractic profession on the occasion of the celebration of its 100th year. None other than Houston, Texas. Anyway, it is not chiropractic. It's not chiropractic. They're trying to steal it. They're trying to popularize, they're trying to make a fortune on something they know nothing about. And they are charlatans, every single one of them. I don't know the animal chiropractor's name, but I'm going to tell you right now, Doc, if you want to pay homage, you need to get a hold of me. I've tried to reach Tubio, and he's pathetic, if you ask me. I'm being very honest. I'm sick of y'all's crap. And the sacroiliac joint, you know nothing about that either. You cannot adjust, quote unquote, both joints and know what you're doing. It's specific to each case. And I'm the one that understands how to assess it, how to fix it. So if you want to do it right and pay homage where it's due, you need to get a hold of me.